Hey guys, I am here to do a reading for Aquarius, is next sign on the agenda here. I already laid the cards just because I felt like it was taking so much time to do the readings, and also it just takes so much longer to upload the video whenever it's that much longer with shuffling and then editing out all the shuffling and everything. So I just figured it would be so much easier if I just laid everything out and then went through it all for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. So again, Aquarius, and this is going to be for April the 18th until May the 18th. I kept trying to upload the videos that I was getting done in the beginning, and I thought I was going to have more time to upload them, and I didn't think it was going to give me this much trouble to upload these videos. But I don't know if everybody is on social media right now or what's going on, but it is so difficult to upload them. I've had like 1 or 2 videos I kept trying to upload for like, I want to say it was like 7 or 8 times, and finally just got frustrated. So anyways, so that's enough of me ranting, but that is why April the 18th is the start date and May 18th is the end date versus, you know, a little bit farther down the line. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna go into the female's energy for Aquarius. So the first thing that I got, guys, because I have, like I said, all the cards laid out here, but the first ones that I got was the Lenormands. I always lay those out first. And we got flattery. So I just got that. I literally just did Virgos, and they got that as well, but they got that on the male side, I believe it was. So flattery, basically, you know, somebody either is just trying to be super nice to you, buttering you up, or, you know, telling you a whole bunch of things that you want to hear. And I'm going to go into clarifying, you know, all these Lenormand cards here in a second. But the second card that you guys got was, and that was the cat card, just so you know, the cat is flattery. The second card that you guys got was the eye. So it denotes interest taken by friends, and it can also indicate some suspicion. I think it's going to go more towards the interest taken by friends than possibly the suspicion here with the cards that are clarifying it. The third card that you guys got was the bride, and that talks about if you're single. The way that the cards are laid out here doesn't look like that this reading would be for you if you're a single person, but if you are married, it talks about having some turbulence in your married life, okay? And then we also got the safe, which talks about money. It can talk about loss of money. It can talk about, you know, inheriting some things, depending on, you know, which way that the cards lie. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the flattery card here. So we have the cat, like I said, flattery here. It is clarified by the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, the 9 of Swords talks about, you know, being up all night, or, you know, up throughout the night, worrying, having worries throughout the day, overthinking things constantly, you know, just having a lot on your mind, okay? And when it has the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands talks about fiery, feisty type of energy. So somebody that, you know, is really like exciting and like wanting to do lots of things. Also, you know, the queens are also very nurturing and things like that. But, you know, she is the fiery type of a queen. Like, so, you know, lots of excitement, just, you know, big personality, very like sexy, very outgoing, so lots of things like that, just that type of energy there. Then we have with the eye here, this is the possible suspicion of, you know, friends, or excuse me, suspicion or interest taken by friends. We have the 2 of Pentacles. excuse me, clarifying that. And we have the Four of Cups. So these are both very indecisive energies. So Two of Pentacles talks about, you know, kind of a wishy-washy like energy, not really knowing what to do, kind of trying to make a decision. And then also the Four of Cups, you know, same thing. It's like something is offered to you, but you're just kind of like not really accepting it, or you're not even noticing that something was offered to you. Okay. All right, so then we have the Bride, which is clarified. And again, that is the, you know, turbulent marriage kind of card, is clarified by the Hierophant, which is the marriage card here. I can also talk about, you know, like anything having to do with religion. So like somebody in the church, like a priest, or, you know, somebody like that you would go to talk to, or a spiritual advisor. And then it's also clarified by the Five of Pentacles, which is leaving somebody out in the cold, or, you know, braving a storm kind of together if you, you know, are going through a difficult time. And then the last ones that we have clarifying, okay, is that the Safe is clarified by the Queen of Swords, which this card can talk about, you know, truths, not taking any BS from anybody, being in your power, kind of like a judge, you know, just seeing through people's nonsense, keeping yourself safe, you know, kind of guarded with the sword up, like you're ready, you know, to cut people out of your life if you need to, and in moment's notice, and you're not afraid to do it. And then the Four of Pentacles, which talks about, you know, you can be like hoarding things, you can like be holding on to something very tightly, especially money and finances, and or you know, just maybe holding on to a person very tightly, being a miser, like a penny pincher, you know, this or that, whatever. So I'm just going to go over like kind of what I'm seeing with all of these cards here kind of mixed in together. So the first thing that I notice is obviously with this Bride card here, it says that if somebody is in a relationship, you know, it could be a turbulent type of a relationship. And I mean, you do have, number one, the Hierophant clarifying this marriage, or at least, you know, that's what it's looking like here. Possible marriage, you know, engagement, whatever, but some type of commitment. And then the Five of Pentacles here is either leaving somebody out in the cold or braving a storm together with somebody. So getting through an extremely difficult time. You can see these two people, though, even though they're in a snowstorm, it's a really difficult time. They're together, so they choose to stay together. So again, it could go either way for you guys. So if you are in a marriage, or, you know, some type of commitment of any type, usually does speak to marriage, but it could just be a commitment. You know, like I said, engagement, you know, whatever, y'all could be engaged and not actually have gone through the marriage yet. It talks about either, you know, you could be, one group of people could be braving the storm together with their significant other, and the other group of people could be saying, you know, I'm leaving this person out in the cold. You don't have to necessarily have, like, you know, gotten a divorce. I mean, that could be a case there too, but, you know, you could be in a separation, you could have just left for a while, needed a break, this and that, whatever. The other things that I'm seeing here is, you know, this indecisive energy of the Two of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. And, you know, this is like you not knowing what to do, not knowing what decision to make, you not seeing, like I said, a decision that may even be offered to you. So to me, whenever I see these kind of going together, it looks like, you know, maybe that you had left your significant other out in the cold because there have been some conflicts that were going on or something like that, some difficult times, and, you know, now you're not sure where to go from here. You're not sure if y'all should get back together. You're kind of juggling those decisions in your mind, and, you know, you may think about one thing and then, you know, just be focusing, excuse me, he may be focusing, you know, in on something and not even realize, like, a new opportunity that might present itself right in front of you, like a new relationship, whatever, or just another way of looking at this relationship that you guys are in. Okay, so And of course, there is going to be some of you guys that are braving the storm together, you know, and some other things may come up as well that you're kind of juggling, you know. Obviously, you can't see every single scenario in tarot, but, you know, there could be some other things going in your life that you are juggling. You could be juggling finances, you know. I mean, this is a difficult time as well, like with this COVID going on, and there is pentacles there, so you know you could be having a hard time with your finances, you know, trying to balance this relationship and money, and you know, and all these things going on at one time. It may be a difficult time for you. Okay, so then we have up here the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Wands. So this fiery energy with the Nine of Swords, excuse me, Nine of Swords with the Queen of Wands. This to me looks like that this fiery type of energy person here is, you know, going through a lot of worrying. So to me, this signifies, and it comes with the flattery card. So it signifies to me that whoever that you possibly left out in the cold here is, you know, really going through a hard time, really, you know, overthinking all of this, possibly trying to flatter you to get you back. You know, bringing in, like, complimenting you, you know, whatever, being this fiery type energy, this Queen of Wands energy, which is that, you know, very, like I said, feisty, sexy, you know, flirty type of energy. And whenever I was pulling these cards, I also saw, it almost popped out. It didn't completely fall out, so I didn't take it. But I also saw the Knight of Wands, which the Knight of Wands is, again, kind of like this indecisive energy. It would have went very well with the Two of Pentacles here and the Four of Cups, because it's kind of an in and out energy, and it talks about relationships. So it could be somebody that kind of comes into a relationship and then leaves a relationship and comes into a relationship again, and, you know, like, it's not sure. Again, that Two of Pentacles kind of energy where you're not really sure if you want to be in the relationship or you don't. You're kind of a player, you know, you want to, like, see all your options, this and that, whatever. And I mean, that could be what's going on here. You know, you could have a marriage that, you know, somebody keeps coming in and out of, or a commitment that somebody keeps coming in and out of. They're not sure if they want to be in the commitment. They flatter you, then you leave them out in the cold here, and then they go through this Nine of Swords energy, you know, where they're upset and they're worried, and they want to know if you guys are going to be back together and be a stable, committed relationship again. You know, it's kind of all over the place, this person seems like. Then we have this person over here. So we have two people here, really. And it looks like two females. So, because we have a female here, Queen of Wands, we have a female Queen of Swords here. So, the second thing that I'm seeing with the other person is that, you know, they don't want to take any more BS from anybody. They're being very guarded. They've, you know, they got their defenses up. They're not taking any nonsense. You know, this in and out kind of stuff has got to stop. They're going to cut you out if you continue to do this. So, and also because it's with the money. Sorry, my phone is telling me I have a low battery. I'm going to plug it in real fast. Okay, so also because it's telling me, I'm just gonna make sure this phone. Okay, so back to technical difficulties. Back to the Queen of Swords energy. So also because it's telling me here that you have the Four of Pentacles with the safe here. So grab this card. It's gonna come up. Oh, excuse me. All right, so What it's telling me is there's another person here, like I said, that doesn't want to take anybody else's BS anymore. The safe, to me, it can indicate money because we do have pentacles here. So you could be holding on to your money. You could be worried, you know, that this person is going to try to take it because, I mean, they are an in and out type of energy. Like, you're not really sure, you know, what they want, if they want a committed relationship, if they don't. Like, I wouldn't invest with somebody like that. So you could be keeping your money safe. That could be another thing. You're guarding your money. You're holding on, you know, very tightly to your money here, is what I'm seeing. But, you know, we have one person that knows what they want, that's got their head on really straight, that, you know, is financially stable, it looks like, you know, wants the truth, nothing but the truth. And then we have another person, which is the Queen of Wands energy, that's that fiery, flirty, in and out kind of thing, indecision type person, doesn't know if they want to be in a relationship, they don't want to be in a relationship. And remember, the Hierophant down here, it can be a marriage, it can be a stable commitment, it doesn't have to be a marriage, okay? But that's what it's looking like here. We have two different people, and one is, you know, very financially stable, knows what they want, and one is kind of in and out. Okay, so the other cards that I pulled for you guys, when I went to clarify the outcome for this relationship here, the Lovers came out. All right, so the Lovers talks about, you know, stable commitment. It can talk about, you know, like a divine love and things like that. But that came out with the 10 of Wands, which is burdens and, you know, problems and things like that. So to me, it looks like, you know, y'all could have a commitment here. It seems like it's going to keep going back and forth with this kind of, I don't know, this kind of in and out energy for a while at least, because then it was followed by the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, growing something, planting seeds, waiting, investing your time into things, investing your money into things, and kind of waiting to reap the benefits of it. You know, just sitting there and kind of contemplating, you know, thinking about all the time that you've invested in things and all of this and that. Then we had the World, which is either an ending and then starting a new beginning. But right after that, we have Temperance, which is balance. So it's looking like, you know, this relationship, if you are in a marriage, that it has the potential to find balance, but this person, this Queen of Wands energy, which it could be two females here. Like I said, you could be in a committed relationship with two females. It could be same-sex marriage, you know, or same-sex relationship, whatever. And take what resonates. It doesn't have to be the female, okay? It doesn't have to be female just because it's female on the card, but, you know, that's what I'm saying right there. Also, Queen of Wands is a fire sign, so you could be dealing with like a Leo. A lot of times that's what I got from the Queen of Wands is Leo energy. And because I'm a Leo, I had done a reading, I believe it was like last week or something, and the Queen of Wands had come out for me, and that was a clarifier for Leo. But anyway, so this relationship does have the potential to be in this Temperance energy, this balance energy, but you're going to have to go through some time here. You know, you're going to have, you know, the relationship with some difficulties and burdens, and, you know, having to get through some difficult times, to plant, you know, the seeds here and wait on getting this kind of cycle to end, you know, maybe waiting for this flirty person to kind of figure out what they want to do until you guys can get to the point where you're balanced. But it does look like that has the potential. It's just how long do you want to wait, you know, to see if this relationship can actually progress into this balanced energy, and also how much do you have to invest. All right, so the other thing that we got here, Oracle card wise, is we've got the 5th house, which is passion. Okay, so like I said, you do have the potential here for love, you know, for this passion to happen. It does say though at the bottom here, love affairs, passion, pleasure, you know, lots of different things. There is romance, but you know, there's lots of fiery energy here. Like I said, this very flirty type in and out, you know, player type energy. So that might be there for a while. You know, you may have to endure that person's kind of cycle that they're going through. I guess like the sowing of the oats, if you want to, you know, say it like that. It seems like that's kind of where they're at. They need to sow their oats and then realize, you know, that what they really want in life, and you know, when they want to come to a stable commitment. Sorry. But there is a lot of passion here. There's a lot of love here. And then the wishing well was the other card that you guys got. So the wishing well is all about, you know, just trusting in the universe, and, you know, really kind of like just throwing your coin into the wishing well and going, you know, like making that wish and hoping that it comes true, and just waiting on the universe to kind of provide you with your wish fulfillment. So being patient with it, you know, not rushing things, all of that. So if you are willing to wait here, and I don't know how long, but like I said, this reading is supposed to be from April 18th to May 18th. So I don't, a lot of times, you know, I wouldn't see somebody sowing their wild oats that quickly, but, you know, it's a possibility. I don't know how long that you've been in this wishy-washy back and forth energy with this person, but it is a possibility, I suppose. So you know, take it how, you know, it fits you, and, you know, you have free will, and there's more fish in the sea, too, if you don't decide to wait for this person. Okay, so male energy, really quickly, I'm going to go into these cards here. I'm going to try to go a little faster. I'm still kind of, oh my goodness, we're already at 21 minutes. It goes so fast. Okay, so first energy that we've got here for the males in the Lenormand is the Rider, which talks about good news. And then we have the Hand in Hand, which is, you know, talking about like relationship, or, you know, just basically being like a friendship or something like that, possibly warming into further kind of relationship status, like, you know, getting up there more towards like committed relationship. We have the Mouse. Now this card here talks about recovery after a difficult time. So, you know, you could have went through or are going through some kind of difficulty and having to recover after that. We also have the Pig, which talks about good luck and good abundance, high honors. So, you know, you getting, recognition for things that you've done. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through these cards and talk about the clarifiers. So, let's see here. Okay, so the first one I'm just going to start with here is the Hand in Hand card. So this, like I said, it talks about relationships and possibly, you know, getting to like a more committed type of relationship. It looks like possibly you were in the process of getting towards a more committed relationship. So similar to the female energy where, you know, you could have been in an engagement type of thing, or you could have been thinking about popping the question, or, you know, whatever, and like maybe you decided not to, you were going to take a break on things and think about things. So that's what the Four of Swords energy talks about right here, is like taking a break, you know, reflection, all of that. Then we get into the Mouse energy here, which, like I said, talks about recovery after a difficult time. So you do have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords talks about basically like being stuck, or feeling stuck. You're not really stuck because you can get away from, you know, this energy. You are tied and bound. You may not be able to see the way out, but there is a way, and you might just feel stuck, but you can walk freely. So, you know, this could be that difficult time that it's talking about, it's referring to here in this card. that you needed to get through to become, you know, more abundant and recover. So we also have a clarifier here of the Seven of Wands. I always get these Roman numerals mixed up, so give me a second if I have to think about what the number is here. So the Seven of Wands talks about, you know, being in a confrontation. You can see him. He's up on a mountain. He's kind of fighting people down there. He's being on the defense. So, you know, being defensive, kind of standing up for yourself, fighting for what you believe in. You know, there could have been some conflicts that happened. It could have been while you were in this kind of Eight of Swords place where you felt trapped. You could have had some arguments, things like that, had to stand up for yourself and whatnot. But, you know, it does say that there's going to be recovery, which it also shows in the rest of these cards here. So then we get into the Rider. So the Rider is talking about good news. So to me, it seems like, you know, this is the recovery after these difficult times that you've gone through. Kind of feeling stuck, you know, feeling on the defense, feeling like you have to, you know, defend yourself against conflicts or against, you know, people kind of throwing harsh words at you, or, you know, whatever the situation was. It was a difficult time. But we're getting into the better energy now, where you're getting good news. It is, I can't even think today. It is confirmed by the Seven of Cups, which is indecision, or it can mean lots of possibilities, okay? So some possibilities will be good, some possibilities will be bad. Depends on, you know, what you decide to do. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is here as well, which is confirming the Rider. It's basically, to me, the way I'm seeing this in this read is that, you know, it depends on which choice that you make in the Seven of Cups as to what the outcome is going to be. So, you know, fate is going to turn, it looks like, in your favor as long as you do the work, and the Hermit is here. So you kind of coming to your own realization here and taking time out for yourself, which is also what's showing right here that you probably are already in the energy of, is taking time out for yourself, reflecting, you know, looking deep within yourself as the Hermit. So, you know, kind of secluding yourself, but like really thinking about what it is you want in life, and not making any quick decisions, and following your intuition, which is this little lamp right here, taking that time out, which it really looks like you're doing anyway. So I don't see any, you know, indecisiveness like there is on this side with this couple. You kind of know that you need to take that time to make your decision, and so that you choose the right decision here, and you don't get back into this stuck, you know, having to defend yourself, conflicting energies. All right, so then we come up here to the Pig, which it talks about, again, really good luck, abundance, things like that. So you do have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands talks about, again, that recognition, you know, victory, good things coming. Now, it may be a little short-lived, but I mean, most, you know, things that are really good don't last forever. So, you know, good luck is coming. Communication as well. So lots of fast communication is what the Eight of Wands. Yeah, sorry. Eight of Wands is about. I always, like, as I get those Roman numerals mixed up. And then we have celebration here. So the Three of Cups could be a reuniting as well. So what I'm seeing overall in all of this, okay, just so you can kind of see where I'm going, is there was a relationship. I don't know if it was, like I said, possibly heading towards more of a stable, committed relationship, because it does say that, you know, you could have basically a friendship that was warming into love and, you know, a stable commitment and this and that, whatever. And maybe you thought it was moving too fast. You know, maybe you need to take a step back, or maybe you were thinking about getting married, taking it to the next level, whatever. But you had to take that Four of Swords time and reflect and go, no, I need this time for myself. I need to figure out what I want. There could have been some arguments here about that, or before that you reflected. It could be the reason that you decided to sit and reflect and not go forward. You could have had, because it says recovery after a great deal of difficulty. Okay, so this Eight of Swords energy is about being stuck, and this Seven of Wands energy is about conflicts and being on guard and things like that. So in this relationship that you were in, there could have been a time where you felt stuck, where you felt like that you had to be defensive, there could have been some conflicts or whatever, and you were like, look, okay, let's take a break for a little bit, like maybe we're rushing into this relationship, I need to reflect on things, okay, and see if this is something that I really want to get myself into. Or, it could have been heading towards a stable and more solid commitment, and you start having conflicts, and disagreements or whatever, and then you decided because of that, you didn't want to get into that stable, committed relationship at that point. You wanted to take, again, just some time out for yourself. So regardless, taking time out. You had some decisions to make with the Seven of Cups. That some of the decisions, could be good, it could be bad. You had some conflicts, but you had some good times too, so you need to make the right decision. The Wheel of Fortune here is going to turn in your favor, showing you that as long as you take that time and you really sit and, go within yourself and do the introspection and the thinking and following your intuition, which is this lantern right here, that you will come up with the right decision, okay, which is what you're doing. You're taking a step back, you're reflecting, okay, and that all leads to this abundance here, really good luck, victory with making your decision, it looks like to me, recognition, other people recognizing, maybe even your significant other going, you're right, we did need to take that time out, like whatever happened with this conflict, they could apologize, you just never know, because again, you have communication here, so there's definitely going to be some talking, maybe they'll say like, I realized I was, being kind of ridiculous about this, or, whatever that you had this conflict about, and I really love you, and I want this relationship to work, so, let's give it another chance, which is the reuniting card here. So, it's good. Everything looks amazing here, with this energy that you're going into. You're taking your time out and thinking about things before going into a really positive energy. All right, so the other cards that we got, just so you guys know, we got the Flow card, which this just talks about harmony, being supportive, things like that. That's why I said, it really seems like that, you taking that time out and whatever from maybe some conflicts that you had, it's going to, it says enriching, it's going to enrich this relationship, it's going to harmonize this relationship and make it better, okay? And then metamorphosis, this talks about, just change, so, and change for the better, becoming the beautiful butterfly from the, little chrysalis that you were in, and, going from that waiting time, being in that chrysalis, to being the beautiful butterfly. You're waiting here, you're kind of taking that time out. Now that is the one thing that I will say about these energies that is similar. So, obviously you guys are Aquarius, and Aquarius, you're going to have similar energies, at least for some, pieces of this. So, here they're taking the time out. They did have some difficult times, and they are headed towards a reunion, or I don't even know how you say that. Reunion, excuse me. And this is a positive outcome. Okay, so same thing here. It just came out differently, right? So it seems like that with the female that y'all are already in a committed relationship, that maybe this one here wasn't completely solid commitment yet, but the same thing here, that you're in a relationship. You know, you had some conflicts, maybe is a little different conflicts because this person's kind of, you know, feisty and fiery and, you know, in and out of the relationship, kind of that player type energy. But that was your conflicts here. It doesn't, you know, tell me what the conflicts were on this side. It just tells me that there was a feeling of stuck and there was a feeling of defensiveness. But this side, you know, it does say that there is the possibility, you know, for balance and harmony. Okay, so and again, the waiting period, there's going to be the waiting period that comes, you know, right after all of those burdens and conflicts. Is very similar energy. It just did not come out the same way exactly. And then also, you know, you leaving somebody in the cold for a little while, with the Five of Pentacles is very similar to this person here taking this break from the relationship. All right. Okay guys, so that is what I have for you, and I hope to see you guys on the next reading. I hope that that went a little bit easier. It definitely took less time, so I also hope that I can upload this a little faster. Remember, like, share, subscribe. If you like the readings, please comment below and let me know what resonated and what didn't, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.